Let me know if anyone's having any trouble, but we should be able to see our tabling for CMC at in-person events front page here. If anyone has a problem, let me know. Okay, so we'll get started just to kind of run through what we'll talk about tonight. We're going to do a brief overview of what the street team is and what that really means. Maybe possibly what types of events you could be participating in. As well as the kind of workflow for what that looks like. So the before, during, and after, what all that looks like. And then, as I mentioned, I know you're all on mute, so there will be time for questions at the end. If you feel like you are going to forget it, if you can't put it out there right away, go ahead, pop that in the chat, and Felicia will monitor that for us. And then as we get to the end, we'll either hopefully have already addressed them, or we'll have an open forum for people to ask questions here. Okay, well, first, welcome. Really, truly, so grateful to have all of you here. Just to reiterate again, like, this is such an important part of marketing and outreach, just really creating that brand awareness for the Colorado Mountain Club, getting boots on the ground, people out there talking with those people who are interested. And honestly, no better people to do it than our trip leaders, course instructors, and just general members of the club, to be able to share information about the CMC and share your experiences with the CMC. So first and foremost, I want to just mention, this is a great step. We're, again, happy to have you all here, but there is the main form of contact, and the biggest way that you will actually be able to participate in the CMC Street Team is to make sure that you are a part of our email list. This email list is how you're going to get information about what events are coming up. Also, any maybe fun giveaways that we're doing, because we do want to honor that you're volunteering additional time on top of what you already give to CMC, to participate in these events. And as well as understanding, again, like what upcoming opportunities are there, or if we need help with it might not just be in-person events, but maybe some flyering, or maybe sharing some things through your social channels or through your network, things like that. So that email list is going to be super important. Felicia is going to post a link to that in the chat as well. She just got it in there for us, which is great. So like I said, that's going to be the number one point of where we're going to be able to get in contact with you, and you're going to be able to maintain your seat on the CMC Street Team. So again, quick overview here is main point of this is promoting CMC. We want to share the amazing work that we do around education, conservation, our youth programs. We want to get the word out about CMC as best we can. And these events, it could be a 17-person event, or it could be a 250-person event. So, getting people just familiar with the CMC and giving them the tools and resources and sharing real life experiences is really what we're hoping to do here with the street team. Also getting to meet new people. I'm not sure how many of you maybe know each other from the CMC, or maybe you never met someone, which is really exciting. We'll get you out there meeting other CMC members, and then also just, again, general members of the public, or possibly getting to interact with certain staff at different events. So definitely a great way to meet people both within the club and outside of the club, and make great new connections, just with people who have, a shared joy for the outdoors. And then this final point down here are volunteering for points. So let's pass on to this next slide here. So we really do want to acknowledge that you all already do so much for the CMC, whether that's participating in our activities or leading our activities. And so this street team is intended to, again, promote the Colorado Mountain Club, but we want to honor your time and your commitment to the CMC. So this point system allows you to earn points through the different types of events that you participate in, and then redeem them for special merch, special release merch, just so that while you're out there, repping the CMC. You've got the newest and latest CMC gear. So a little breakdown here. Yeah, volunteering online, maybe helping with, sharing things to your network would be 1 point. Hanging up flyers would be 3 points. And then an in-person event being 5 points. So I'm going to just harken back to that email list real quick, because if you're not on there, you won't know how many points you have. Every month when you get that email, it will have a cumulative record of your points, so you kind of know where you stand. And as well as like allowing people to know what they can redeem for the number of points that they have. So whether this is our latest launch of merch here, t-shirts and tote bags and a notebook, but we do plan on doing a bunch of like seasonal releases. So hopefully something will catch your eye and you'll be interested in that. And this web page here that's mentioned, that is a work in progress. So would rely really heavily on the monthly emails for right now. All right, so types of events. Many of you who are familiar with the CMC probably know our participation in a lot of different film festivals. So those first 3 bullet points up here: Banff Film Festival, Backcountry Film Festival, Real Rock. Those events are typically multi-night events where we're asking people to come out, and we do need a lot of volunteers. Not to say you'd need to volunteer for every night, but just based on your availability coming out, you could possibly be at a table with membership. You could possibly be slinging some beer and snacks to people at a table there, or just doing general like setup, breakdown, that kind of stuff. So a lot of different roles and responsibilities that are fulfilled at those CMC events. Then there's outside events. So we are so fortunate. People reach out to us all the time, interested in having the CMC represented at their events. We'll talk a little bit later about our first example and first opportunity for all of you to get involved. But we were reached out to by Movement Climbing Gym. They're having a big climbing competition, and they would like CMC to have a table there. So, events like that. Also, we're very involved with the local golden communities. So whether that's, they have a Small Business Saturday event that will happen in November. There's also the event pictured here is the Golden Summer Jam, where we had a table this year. So lots of local events where our presence is asked for, which is really wonderful. Again, just to like get out and be a representative for the club. Sometimes you'll notice film festivals is also named on here a second time. That's because sometimes we may not be the ones putting on the film festival, but we do get asked to attend. Good example is there's an event later in September at Chautauqua where we are co-sponsoring a film series that Chautauqua is putting on, but we are offered a table there as well. So lots of great opportunities to, again, meet people in different communities. Hopefully we get asked all the time. I know we have a couple representatives from the Western Slope out there, which is really wonderful. We can now, utilizing the street team, will be able to be represented over there instead of just focusing on the Front Range area. So that's kind of going to be the power of the street team, which is wonderful. Okay, so here's the breakdown of kind of how this all works from the moment you decide that, yes, I'd like to sign up for this event, to you're closing down shop and kind of ending the event. So before the event, we all of our events will be on the event calendar. Like we'll walk through this example at the end of this presentation just to see kind of what that all looks like. But there will be details in the post about how many volunteers we'd like, what the roles and responsibilities would be, and then if there's going to be any staff there with you, that's you can kind of like look through that. And then of course a link to more information about the event that will actually take you to the event page. So again, we'll walk through that example in just a little bit, but just That will be linked within the the monthly emails that will go out to you describing what those opportunities are. It will actually take you to the CMC website, which is great. This will also be really important to sign up through there because that's how you'll get your volunteer hours. So you all will notice this evening after we wrap up this call, you'll get volunteer hours for the time that you spent tonight with us, just to represent, again, that hard work and dedication. So it's pretty important to sign up through the website so that we can continue to maintain and award those volunteer hours. This next bullet point, I feel like it's one of those things, you know it, but it's worth saying. Really only sign up if you can go. There are people relying on you, whether that's someone from on staff, if you do happen to be, representing the CMC alone, or just the organizations themselves. We want to maintain those community relationships and make sure we don't disappoint any of our community partners, whether that's another nonprofit or if it's the city of Golden. We have a reputation to maintain, and we would like to do that. So really only sign up if you can make a commitment. And of course, we know life happens, but we'll do our best to try to keep people on the roster. Before the actual event, we'll be able to email with any further details you might need to know. As certain times we'll get into weather forecasts and things like that, just to make sure everybody's feeling comfortable with the way things are forecasted, and let you know if you need, if there's any special things like parking restrictions or any instructions that have come from the event contacts that will need to go to you as well. If you are doing this, event with a CMC staff member, this next point is moot. But if you are doing this event or an event by yourself, you'll need to swing by the office in Golden to be able to pick up our tabling bin. So that's got all the wonderful brochures that you would need, any current flyers or programming that's happening. We'll slip in a membership breakdown so people can kind of just see at a glance what membership looks like. As well as CMC brochures, a little trifold brochure that they can take with them. Any little swaggy items that we might want to be giving away, depending on what type of event it is. Maybe that's stickers, chapstick, tattoos, just some fun things to get people to come to your table. In the past, we've also had like a spinning wheel where people can come and win candy if they guess how many recognized 14ers there are in the state of Colorado, or some other fun trivia. So just kind of, it fluctuates depending on the event that you're in, but also there's like pop-up tents as well as stand-up banners, just all of the good marketing things that we want to get out to those events. Like I said, sometimes you will be there with a staff member, so like that will just be something that you coordinate. If there are multiple volunteers who are actually coming to an event, we will use that email communication ahead of time to coordinate who will be picking up the bin from Golden, to be able to get that to the actual event. And then finally, the day of arrives and we're ready and hopefully showing up on time. So then you're here during the event. So it's worth saying again, this is intended to be very fun, a great way for you to reflect on your experiences that you've had with the CMC and share that love and joy and passion with others who are interested. So it's just important we're repping the club well. Hopefully, like us, we'll get you guys great gear that you can represent the club with, and just get that, just again get the word out. We're really hoping to, rate the efficacy of the events as well. So keeping track of how many people you engage with. And if they're asking a lot of really like good questions, or you're hearing a lot of the same question, maybe there's, an additional resource that we can make. Like if people are consistently asking about our 10 essentials or something along those lines, maybe we make a little stand-up flyer that depicts that, or that kind of stuff. So it just helps us gauge what the questions are in the community and how we can best address those types of questions. Also, if people ask you questions and you absolutely do not know the answer, which is perfectly fine because people will ask you some strange things, believe me, just refer people to the website. We'll have a code on there that people can scan it there immediately, and it takes them to the website. Or give them, you'll have cards for just like our general office card that has the office email as well as the office phone number. Tell them to give us a call or send us an email with their more specific questions. And myself or one of the other really super wonderful membership services staff will be able to take on those questions, just to make sure we're giving clear and confident answers to everyone who we interact with. We also would love to take photos. This is a great photo, good, again, showing great community connections. The CMC logo repped well with with another local golden nonprofit. So just taking pictures, showing our participation. It's just a good way to show community involvement. And then finally, this is very event dependent, but there is an opportunity to do sales while on site. There's a special app, and there is a little bit of training that is involved with that as well. And then, of course, obviously the pickup of any merchandise, or typically it will be books that you're selling. But that will be, again, event dependent. A lot of the events that we go to are actually no sale events. For example, we went to Colorado Day down at the state capitol, and there are no sales allowed to happen there. So a lot of times, especially when it comes to selling memberships, or if people are interested in memberships, the best way we've found to kind of encourage people to do that is just have a QR code where they can scan and they can go set up their account right away. Just because, as you all know, there's quite a bit involved in setting up your account, making a password, that kind of stuff. So we want to tell them to give them time to be able to do that. And that's another opportunity to share the office contact information if they'd like some additional help. One of us would be happy to help them with that. So that's kind of our during the event experience. And then after the event, we'll pack everything up, add a time where you can coordinate with someone in the office. If there's no staff, or if there's staff, the staff will just take it. Return the bin to the office. We'll make something work with your schedule, however you need. After that, we'll also send out a post-event survey just to gauge the experience. That's where we'll ask how many people you interacted with, what types of questions they were asking, what people seemed most interested in, as well as opening it up to your feedback. Like, gosh, this event was so great, we absolutely have to come back next year, or find other events that are like this. Or, this event was kind of so-so, it maybe wasn't exactly our target audience. We didn't see the highest level of engagement. So looking for honest and good feedback. This is new for CMC. So we're kind of just getting this program off the ground, and we any experiences that you all are having that would make it easier, or if you see cool ideas that maybe other people are doing, absolutely open to kind of morphing what the street team looks like to be able to accommodate some of those new ideas from you guys, which is great. And then, of course, we'd want to encourage you to sign up again and hopefully see you at another event. So that's kind of our run of show there. I kept referencing this example here. So this upcoming event, this is in October. It's called Rumble in the Rockies. It's a climbing event. It actually starts at the beginning of September between all the movement climbing gyms. And then we were invited to table at the final, kind of the competition finals at the movement in Baker. So what will happen is someone on staff, I did this one, someone on staff will post this event on the website. You will get it says weekly. I'm getting all jumbled here. I apologize. But you will get your monthly email that has this listed. Say, click here. Oh, October 12th works for me. Awesome. So when you go ahead and you click on that in your email, it will take you to our event posting on the website. You'll notice, I know my view maybe looks a little bit different than what you all see, but you'll notice there's no way for anyone to register for this event. And this is very intentional. We don't want people from our organization registering to go to this event because it is an outside event. So by clicking on more information about this event, it actually takes you directly to their page and allows for the correct the correct sign up page for that. The biggest thing is really going to be for you. We want people to know that we're going to this, but this is really for volunteers. So the big thing right here is interested in volunteering. You'll see we've got this yellow button here, sign up to volunteer. When you click that, it brings up an email that goes directly to marketing@cmc.org. You can say, I'm really interested in volunteer. This kind of pre-fills this for you. Interested in this event. Let me know the details. Hit send, and you're good to go. This, like I said, this also will tell you if there's a staff member going. So in this case, it's Mara. Mara will be going and will be there to support the volunteers that do end up going, which is wonderful. There is more information about the event here, kind of just if you're interested in what the actual event is. And the location, everything is posted in here as well, so you can kind of see more about the event. With that, we are really, again, very appreciative of you all being here. I know that was kind of the quick and dirty of what an event is. And of course, there's definitely variations in that. One more thing to just quickly mention will be, we don't want to just throw you into being at an event on behalf of the CMC. So the first time you go, you'll definitely have someone there who has either done another volunteer who has done an event, or a staff member there with you. So again, Mara going to this one will be to help train that person, just to make everyone feel comfortable and kind of get a feel for like what types of questions people are asking. Our preference will always be to have at least 2 people there. Sometimes you might be on your own depending on the event, but the preference will always be to have at least 2 representatives there. So that I just wanted to add that in there real quick. And I think we